Okay, apparently all the classes are ready, so we can start. So good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today to celebrate the National Indigenous History Month and National Indigenous Peoples Day, which is June 21st. Today, we are very happy to welcome Evan Scovey, who will share his beautiful Indigenous culture and traditions with us through his stories. We would like to begin by acknowledging that the land on which we are presenting today is the traditional unceded territory of the Mersey, whose ancestors, along with the Mi'kmaq and the Passamaquoddy people, first signed peace and friendship treaties with the British Crown in 1700s. Also, we would like to acknowledge the financial support of the Government of Canada and Immigration NB to facilitate this presentation. Evan is a dedicated traditionalist and respected Urastoki artist. His deep connection to his heritage is expressed through the musical instruments like the hand drums and clappers. His songs like Children First and Love Song tell important story of and teach lessons and love, family, and being connected to each other and the earth. Now, I'd like Ivan to share his stories and knowledge. Ivan, just to remind you to speak slowly and pause for a few seconds between a few sentences to allow our interpreters to translate. So please, Evan.
Good morning, everybody. I want to first and foremost express gratitude to the organizers for asking me to come and share. When asked to share stories about our culture, about our way of life, I always go back to no matter where we come from in this world or what we've been through, I always come back to the home in which we live in, which is Mother Earth. No matter where we come from, no matter which walk of life, no matter which language we speak or which culture we come from or which race we come from, we all share Mother Earth as a home. We've all been allocated this time as well to share it with each other. There has been a lot of people and spirit that has come before us. And when we're finished here, there's going to be a lot of people that come after us. So we're posed with the beautiful question of why are we here? I always consider it a tremendous honor to be able to share the things that I've learned on my journey through culture, ceremony, and tradition. The one thing that I've learned is that our whole life is a ceremony. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity to experience the beautiful world that the Creator has gifted for us all. So those are going to be my stories where they come from. Nildali was Trikos Kud Maduas, Nagamagalab, Jona, Evan John Edward Sakobi, Anujeo Ekpahagan, the Wixidansis, Jona Walastagawi Aganil, Chquabanagi nil, Migama nil, Jona Skijan nil. Was Waltum Gumaj Chunamitax Naganiguas, Russell and Lori, Edgy Gazella Magaskamil. Was Waltum Gumaj Chuni Jonok, Evan and Addison, Kachiwa Bubble Wintug, Jona Beat we Josanu Ged. Was Waltum Gumaj, Edgy Gazella Magaskamil. Was Waltum Gumaj Chu, Squabin, Billy with Hazawagan, Billy and Bamausawagan. Edgigazala Magni Jonak, Askimil. Ditios, Magalab, Maduas, Muin, Ditical, Atosis, Naga-Ottawas, Giniguas, Quilazawalta, Gumaj, Chubsude, Piso, Nagambamausawagan, Chibanuk, and Suzuk, Waliwan, Wajukemin, Zawanesnuk, and Suzuk, Waliwan, Wajukemin, Skiosnuk, again Suzuk, Waliwan, Wajukemin, Lotaguasnuk, and Suzuk, Walalan, Waliwan, Wajukemin, Spumpki, again Suzuk, Quilazawaltum, Gumaj, Waliwan, Chupizum, Lumpkiag, Skidkamig, Katak, Migok, John Upside, Bamausawagan, Waliwan, Chupizum, Ginsuzuk, Chquavazid Yuktug, Psude Gilawagan Suzuk, Waliwan, Walalan, Migwedge, Waltum. I share parts of my language, not for the people that are here, but for the spirits that are involved in the work that I get to do. Anytime that I share stories, it's important that I invite the spirits to help me. And I speak to them in our language, and sometimes it's not necessarily meant for others to understand, but for the spirits that I'm communicating with, inviting here. Um, we invite spirit to come here to listen to our thoughts. Our thoughts are just as important as our words that are spoken. And that's that connection to the spirit world that each and every one of us have the ability to do. I My name is Evan John Edwards Sakobi. I'm from Sidunsis, St. Mary's First Nation, which is located in the Ekapahog territory, which translates to the Tidewater Ends, and it's right in the Fredericton area that we know today. I'm part of Wolastoqiyik, people of the beautiful and bountiful river, but I'm also Mi'kmaq, and I'm also Wabanagi, which connects me to all of the original inhabitants of this territory since the time of the beginning of the beginning. I am Skijin, and in our language that translates to surface walker. I express love and gratitude to my mom and dad because that's how I'm here in the physical form, because they met, they created me. The spirit, I thank the creator for my spirit, for sending me here to experience the world. I express gratitude to my beautiful children, Evan and Addison, because that's where I get to live on through them and through generations to come. I get to share this world with them, and what a beautiful gift it is to share space with our children and the people that we love. I give thanks to the blue jay, the porcupine, the caribou, the bear, the owl, the snake, and the spirit of the forest for helping me on my earth walk. I invited the spirits from the seven directions to the eastern door. We give thanks for everything that is new in the east. It's where that sun first comes up, and the gifts that sunrise brings is new beginnings to the new day, new experiences, new challenges, new love, new people, new things to overcome, new beautiful things to experience. I give thanks to the south and for all the female aspects of life in the human form, the animal form, plant form, and all of creation. We express love and gratitude for the females in our life, and we thank them by touching our belly buttons. We touch our belly buttons and we give thanks to our mothers who loved us enough and took care of us enough to make sure that we got here. When I go to the West, we invite the spirit of the male spirits to come in and help, to guide, to bring balance to that female as well, and vice versa. We ask for that guidance, and we give thanks for all of our sacred medicines that the earth provides for us. We give thanks to the North, to the elderly and the older ones that have lived and experienced this gift for a long time. We invite the white medicine animals from the North as well. We thank them for their gifts and for their medicine. We give thanks for everything that's above us. Star people, the clouds, the galaxies, the unknown, and the great mysteries. The galaxy is so big and we are but a speck in the galaxy. We give thanks for all of that unknown that is out there. We ask for those humble teachings to continue to come to us from the galaxies. We give thanks for everything that is below us, everything that lives in Mother Earth, upon it, around it. We give thanks for all the elements from the sky, or all the elements that come from the earth, the food, the water, the fire, the wind, all those gifts that Mother Earth gives to us as humans. We have to express gratitude for them. The last direction is the one that points in towards our heart and points into each and every one of your hearts. And that direction that I talk about is your spirit and all of the things that you have experienced in your life up to this exact moment in time. When we find ourselves in places like this, in places like ceremony, we have to express gratitude for everything because we've landed in such a beautiful spot, sharing, learning, helping one another. I know that we don't get to this place without experiencing hardship. And I ask them spirits to help those things and to acknowledge the hardships, to help you navigate those things. On the flip side, there are always good things to be grateful for as well, and we honor that. We look around, we look outside, we look at the birds, we look at where we are. We have to be grateful if we're sitting here right now. We're grateful for the trees, for the air, the water, for the medicine, the food, for the medicine. We're grateful to be here living this life that we've been given, this life that comes with a time. We have an X amount of time to be here. The spirit lives forever, but the body is here for a little bit. While we are here, it is important that we acknowledge the gifts that the Creator left for us and that home that we all share together. No matter where we come from in this world, we all share this place as home. We all breathe the same air. We need the water. We need the food. We need love. We need compassion, empathy, forgiveness. We need respect. We need humility. We need all of these things. So it's important that we honor those things before we start. And I wanted to share that with you. That's how we start our ceremonies. I'm away right now. I'm in my vehicle, and it's an honor anytime that I have the opportunity to share ceremony with people. I have some medicine here. This medicine is called sweetgrass, and we burn it, and it smells really good. We burn it when we smudge. We burn it for all the good things that are in creation. Idim yagigawusan yod piasumo yod skit kamig waliwan wali mahaskil walas weltam wali mahaskil waliwan. Idim yagigawusan yod piasumo yod skit kamig waliwan. They say that this hair is the beautiful hair of Mother Earth, and that she left pieces of it for us. When we light it, it gives off a beautiful scent, and it reminds us of the beautiful sense of smell, and it represents everything that is good in your life. We smudge our senses. We smudge our tops of our heads so that we're receptive to all the gifts that the Creator has for us. We smudge our eyes so that we're able to see the good in people, but I can't see any of you guys. So, but if you're sitting around somebody right now, if you're in a room with someone, or if you're sharing space with someone, if you can see someone, look at them. That's why we smudge our eyes, because the body, the spirit needs the body to be able to see with the eyes, to see the physical world. What a gift it is to see people. I say that because there are people in my life that I used to see that I no longer see. And what a gift it would be to just place eyes on them. Now I can close my eyes and I can picture whoever I want. That's why we smudge our eyes too, is to learn those spiritual visions. We smudge our nose to be reminded of the sense of smell and how it can time travel us. You ever smell a food that reminds you of somebody or a time of year or a beautiful memory? That's that spirit that lives forever. That's that spirit that comes with those experiences and how it can visit us all the time. My favorite smell is springtime when the snow starts to melt and it kind of smells like dog crap. That's what everybody says it. And people laugh when I say that, but I was born on April 6th, 1984 in the springtime. And when my parents brought me out of the hospital, that's the first smell that I smelled. And I still love that smell today. If I smell bread cooking, it reminds me of my grandfather. If I smell a Christmas tree, it reminds me of when I was a little boy and things were just good because I come from a place of love. That's why we smudge our noses. We smudge our mouths to speak good words. Our words carry good weight. They carry good medicine. They carry good medicine. They can carry bad medicine. So I ask this sweetgrass when we smudge our mouth to help us share good medicine all the time because it has impacts on people. Our words carry great powers and great weight. I smudge my heart 4 times to ask for any healing from physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual well-being, and ask for that healing so that I'm able to carry that forward and help people with that same medicine. So we smudge our belly buttons to express gratitude to to where we come from, which is our mothers. We thank them for that gift. We honor them by being here and walking a good life. We honor our mothers by being here and experiencing this gift. We smudge our legs and our feet to go in a good way. And we always smudge our backs. I spin around. I can't spin around right now, so I'm spinning it around my back. And we do that because there are things that we cannot see sometimes. We always need protection as well. We need someone to have our back. And when we smudge our back, we ask the medicines and the spirits to help us with that so that we can continue to move forward in a good way and appreciate this gift of life that we all have. I heard a story one time that talked about why we all been brought here. And it was shared with me in a way that said, our spirits are very old. Our spirits are what ignite the physical vessels. It's what brings the physical presence to life. But our spirits are very old. And before we were brought into this world and started the process in our mother's womb, we sat with the Creator for a very long time. And the Creator gave us choices when we were coming into the world. We were given choices and we were shown things. Sometimes, there's stories that say there's, there's growing up as a kid before I learned our ceremonies and stories. We were told that um, we were told that we won some race or something to get here. But in our stories, that we weren't allowed to hear for a very long time, it tells us that we made choices and that I have a beautiful mom and a beautiful dad and that I chose them. I have siblings who I chose, who they chose me. The people that we come into the life, we choose them. The spirit knows because the Creator showed us everything before we came into the world. The Creator told us the beginning, the middle, and the end of our life, and we were given choices, and we still chose the lives that we live today. What a beautiful gift and hope that is. So that when we are struggling with things, this story tells us that there is good things coming because we chose this life for us. And then when we come into the world, we forget because we're back in the physical world and we're taught things all over. It's coming back to that spirit form and remembering those teachings that help us appreciate the gift that we have, the small time. When the spirit is brought into the world and we come in a form of people, our only responsibility, our first responsibility, not our only, but our first and most sacred responsibility is to experience the world and the gifts that we have been given. That's why we smudge our senses. We are here to experience the world. When we get here, things get busy. We're asked to do things. Sometimes things are hard. Sometimes things are fun. Sometimes things are scary. Sometimes things are happy. But all of that is why we've been brought here, because the spirit cannot experience those things without us being here in the physical form. We've been brought here to experience life. That's why we honor our elders in our communities. And we honor the people that have lived a long time because they've experienced that. They've seen everything there is to see about their life. Those are the bases of some of the stories that I get to share. I'm 40 years old. I have two beautiful children. My son is 13, my daughter is 12. I have a dad, he's 63. His name's Russell. He's my best friend. And we spend a lot of time together, eh? My mother is 63 as well, and she's my best friend too. And what a gift it is to be able to be a good son and to be a good dad and to try to be a good person most days by sharing the things that were so freely shared with me. Um, I come from St. Mary's First Nation, and within our community, we do a lot of different work. The work that I do is culture based, ceremonial based, helping based. I work as a mental health and addictions counselor right now. And I'm the director of Upper House Wigwam, which is a healing house in our community where we help people who may be struggling. My favorite thing to do is probably my favorite thing and my hardest thing to do is being a dad. It has the most rewards, has challenges. And the challenges are because I love them so much. That word love is beautiful, eh? I know when I'm talking, it keeps telling me to slow down sometimes because we're trying to interpret. But I want to share a teaching with you that requires no interpretation, and it can be it's a language. It's a language of the spirit. It's the first language that we were given by the Creator, and we all still have it today. It's that same language that can be communicated with the spirits, with the earth, with the trees, with the water, with the animals. It's felt and communicated the same way. And when we were given that language of spirit, but when we get here, we're taught languages, and them languages can sometimes separate us, eh? Barriers. But I want to talk to you about a language of the spirit. I can go anywhere in this world, and I could go into any one of your homes, and I could sit down, and I could feel love. I could feel if you were being loving, and you would feel if I'm being loving. We could all watch each other and not speak the language, but watch someone respect water, respect animals. You could see that without speaking a language and know that people are being respectful. When people walking away and do things just to be kind, you can see humility without talking about it. You can see that anywhere in the world where no language barriers are, because it's a language of spirit. Wisdom is shown in many ways. That is not something that can be easily communicated. People don't go around saying they're wise. You just you feel that around people. That's a language of spirit. Courage. Wow. Courage is a beautiful thing. Courage is not what sometimes people think it is. To do the right thing, to move from your home in a world where there is language barriers, and is very courageous. I wouldn't need anybody to tell me that in their language. I just know that these are courageous if you've had to leave your homes, or if you've decided to leave your homes to come to new. That's very courageous, and nobody has to tell me that. That's felt. Respect. People don't go around commanding respect, eh? Respect is given and it's earned, and that's a language of spirit. To truth, the truth is in the eye of the beholder. The truth lies within. Now, I don't know why. I was asked to share because it's National Indigenous Month or Day coming up on Friday. I thank you all for being interested. Thank you all for asking me to come and be here and do this. And I thank the organizers, Haruka and my friend Gwen, for asking me to be a part of this space for you. And I thank your interpreters, and I thank each and every one of you for sitting down. And if you're listening, if you're doing things, I thank you. I trust. I trust in what brought us all together. And I trust that each and every one of you had to experience things to get here, just like I did. And if that's what brought us together, then that's our truth. That's our truth, and that's what I honor. I thank you all for taking the time to listen, for allowing me the opportunity to share. Every time I'm sharing, I'm reminded. Um, I'd like to share a short story and share a song with you. This story talks about the beginning of the beginning, when the Creator was creating the world. It is said at the beginning of the beginning that our beautiful mother, the earth, was so beautiful when she was young. The flowers, the trees, the birds, the waterways, the wind, the berries. They said Mother Earth was very beautiful in the beginning when she was young. It is that very, sometimes we hear people talk about better places, and I sometimes think it's an injustice to think that there is a better place than this beautiful world that we call home. I really, I heard it that it is because of that thinking that there is a better place, that the world has become what it has become, because we think that there is a better place. But if you look to the stars at night, if you look to the galaxy at night, that's what we look like from those stars. All of that goodness, all of that love, and all of that light that we have experienced in our life, that anyone has experienced in their life since the beginning, call this place home. We have to be able to remember to take care of her, to take care of the beautiful mother, to thank her for all the medicines that she provides us. I have I have this guy on my shirt. I don't know if you can see it. He's known as Bigfoot. He's known as Sasquatch, Yeti, whatever you want to call him. In our language, we call him Otoes Guiniguas. It means the spirit of the forest. And it's that spirit of the forest that is all the time watching, and he's all the time taking care of the animals and the plants, and it's reminding us. I I like to sing a song for you. I'm gonna use a shaker, and this song is just a thank you song. In our language, Wuli Win means thank you, and I'm just thanking all of the spirits and everything that is in life. Wali Wan Wali Wan Chibeno Wali Wan Wali Wan Chilwati Fo Wali Wan Wali Wan Chilquamo Wali Wan Wali Wan Chibeno Wali Wan Wali Wan Zawanes no Wali Wan Wali Wan Shil Apijo Wali Wan Wali Wan Shil Gizo Wali Wan Wali Wan Now on snow Wali Wan Wali Wan Iya snow Wali Wan Wali Wan Igabi Wali Wan Wali Wan The Mose Wali Wan Wali Wan Iya snow Wali Wan Wali Wan Water grass no Wali Wan Wali Wan Boo New Wali Wan Wali Wan Yeah, Chigga the Magic Wali Wan Wali Wan Wabe Weo Sigo Funky Gualazo Watam Gamad Halamki Gualazo Watam Gamad Skit Kami Katak Mi Go Wali Wan Chill Peace on Oh, alrighty. Well, listen, that concludes my sharing. I, if anybody has any questions, I'm open to questions. If not, I just thank you all for your time. I know that you guys have a lot of busy things to do, and I thank you for giving something that you'll never get back, which is time. Believe me.
ありがとうございます。Thank you even for your time offering us this meaningful and educational presentation today. Thank you very, very much. Again, does anybody have questions for Evan? Hey. I have a question for you, actually.
Okay.
So, so many things happening in this world and in your community, our community. How do you preserve, your world is so inspiring, so positive, and so, how do you preserve that in your heart?
How do I preserve it? I preserve it by doing exactly what I just did, giving it away. You give those little pieces to people and hope that they pass it on. Share little pieces, and so I do ceremony and community all the time, and we do sweat lodges and opening prayers and circles and singing and tobacco ceremonies, and somebody took the time to share these things with me, and it helped my life tremendously, and all I can do is repay it forward, and that's how I believe it stays and continues.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, sharing is the key, really, so I really appreciate for your sharing today, sharing your stories, sharing your knowledge, sharing your love to this world that we are in and we need to experience. So thank you. And I'd like to express our gratitude for your lessons, helping us better understand the Indigenous culture and heritage today. Thank you very
Alrighty.
much.
Thank you so much.
Oh, somebody said, my students are asking what language you are speaking. Is there any ceremony?
So the language that I'm speaking is Wolastoqey Ladaway Wagan, and it's the language of the Maliseets people. We're also known as people of the beautiful and bountiful river. Ceremony happens in St. Mary's quite a bit. We have sweat lodges Thursday nights at the Healing House at 5 p.m. If anybody's interested, you're welcome to come check it out. 5 p.m., 250 Paul Street. Thursdays, every Thursday.
Great. Great, thank you.
And if you have any questions, you can ask when you get there.
That's right. Any other questions?
Well, I hope that was helpful to you. Thank you so much, Haruka. It's good to meet you, and I appreciate being invited, and I'm always willing to share and help. So,
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, there's another question actually. How do you interconnect with the law of Canada and your cultural laws?
the law of Canada. I guess I think that's I'm having a hard time understanding that question. To connect with the law of Canada, I know for a long time the law told us that we were not allowed to do these things. Indigenous people in Canada, if you look at the history, it hasn't been very kind in the past with residential schools, Indian day schools, assimilation, and all of those things. So we follow the natural law, we follow our own law, and we do our best to bring those things back to our communities. I don't know if that answers your question. That's a really good question. I'm going to write that down.
Any other questions?
I can provide my email to you, Haruka. I can text you.
Okay.
I can text you you have my email.
Yes, I do. Can
So
I
you're free to
share
give.
with teachers?
Yeah, you can share that email if anybody has any other things, or if they want to come and learn more or experience ceremony. You guys are all welcomed.
Oh, thank you very much. 41, thank you for sharing your knowledge.
Thank you for
Yes.
having me. It's an honor.
Thank you. Thank you very
All righty.
much.
Okay. Bye bye.